presence of Durant make Steph harder to guard or harder to plan for?
Yeah, it does because a lot of schemes that you had in place before, we can try to double team and get the ball out of Steph's hands, and now having that dynamic scorer and dynamic shooter with Durant, makes it tough because now you're flying around. Now you have Clay and Durant on the backside, so it makes it tough. And that's why they've both been so efficient because with Durant having those guys out there, it makes it easier for him too. So they both kind of play off each other as well as Clay and Draymond. So they have a good thing going.
Statistically, Kyrie won that matchup last year with Steph, and obviously games 5 through 7 kind of speak for themselves. How important is this matchup for the team? Kyrie being able to play that way against Steph this time?
Well, it's very important, for Kyrie to play well, but all of us, not just Kyrie. It's not a one-on-one matchup, so we all have to play well. We know to be effective, Kyrie has to play well and be aggressive, looking to score the basketball, and that's what he does well. So not just him, but we all have to play well.
For him in particular, what was different between the Toronto series and the Boston series with his offensive game?
I just think, LeBron was playing at a high level, and he did a great job of calling Bron's number, getting guys involved, making the right play. And I thought in Boston, he had a chance and opportunities to play one-on-one, get to his spots. They had some bad pick-and-roll defenders he was able to attack. So it's just, series by series. And he's been doing a great job of just picking and choosing his spots.
As a coach, when the other coach continually changes defensive matchups as you do, what kind of a challenge is that to stay ahead of that or to adjust to those kinds of defensive changes?
I'm not sure what you mean.
But when the other, you're going to be changing, I assume, like Kyrie on Steph one time, maybe you have JR on him another time. So when the other teams do that to you, how do you stay ahead of that or plan for that?
Well, you just try to involve those guys in all the actions. Hopefully they'll switch or you can get the matchup you want. But with those guys, they switch everything anyway. So, Zaza could be guarding Kyrie. He could be guarding LeBron. So the way they switch 1 through 5 or sometimes 1 through 4 and drop to 5, you're going to be on a lot of different people. So we got to get to our matchups quick and be ready to attack and exploit the matchups we want.
Kyrie improved on defense, and if so, how?
I think he has a really, really great knack for stealing the basketball. He has great hands. I think his physicality's picked up, as far as guarding bigger players because we put him on 2 guards and Shumpert's guarding the point guard and things like that. So he's really gotten a lot better, just positional defense, so staying in front of the basketball, and we'll continue to get better.
At the beginning of the playoffs, Shump started off on the bench, and then he ended up in the rotation. He's been pretty important as the playoffs have gone through. What have you seen from him as this playoff run has evolved?
I think with Shump, he just kept it simple. I think he's taking his open shots, direct line drives to the basket, but he's back to being that defender we need. He can guard 3 positions, 1, 2, and 3, and he's been doing that for us in the playoffs. Did a great job on Paul George, did a great job on DeRozan, so great job on Isaiah, before Isaiah got hurt. So he's very important to what we do, especially defensively, and we just, he's been keeping it simple.
I don't want to make it sound like Steph was playing poorly this season.
So don't make it sound like that.
Because he wasn't.
Well, don't make it sound like
that. What is happening for him now? I mean, he's averaging 31 a game in the last series. He's leading the Warriors in scoring now. What's happening for him that wasn't during the regular season?
He's a 2-time MVP. He's a great player, a very dangerous player, offensively. So, that doesn't surprise me. You bring in another MVP, so you're trying to figure it out and trying to figure how they can integrate, Kevin Durant to their team. So Steph took a little backseat to make sure everything worked right, and then once the playoffs hit, he got back to his normal self of scoring the basketball, being aggressive. But like I said before, if you want to be successful, if you want to win, you have to sacrifice. And I think it wasn't Steph's numbers being down. I think he sacrificed to let Kevin Durant get comfortable, make the team better, and now he can start picking and choosing his spots.
I know you never even got to meet Andrew Bogut in person when he came to the Cavs, but anybody have any conversation with him at any point about what he tells about Golden State?
I didn't get a chance to see him. So, I was sick, when he came and he got hurt. I never had a chance to see him. So, I didn't get a chance to talk to him at all. Nope.
LeBron said that both you guys and the Warriors are better than you were last year. If you both got better, is it the same level of gap or lack thereof last year versus this year? I mean,
I don't know till we play, but we've gotten better. We're more versatile offensively, more versatile defensively. We have more ball handlers now that we can put on the floor. So they gotten better, adding the MVP and, probably the best scorer in the league. So, both teams have gotten better, and it's going to be a good challenge.
Kyle, along those lines, is there a confidence carryover because this is the team you guys beat last year?
I mean, we're a confident group anyway. That doesn't have anything to do with last year, what happened last year, but we're a confident group. We're playing well. To hit the playoffs and play and go 12-1 in the playoffs. So we're confident in what we can do, and we understand they're confident. They're a great team out west. So we're just excited to finally get the ball rolling.
Is today the last serious practice you have before game one? Like how do the next couple of days work for you?
Well, tomorrow's a fly day, so we won't be practicing tomorrow. And then Wednesday, get a chance to go over, get some shooting, and go over a couple things if we can. And then game time.
There's that Wednesday day. I mean, you've got to deal with us. There's a big media day. Like,
I got to deal with you all the time.
I know, but it's different. It's different. You know that. Like, can you lock in on that Wednesday and get work done, or is that?
I mean, you can put your finishing touches on things. We pretty much have everything we want to do in right now. And once Wednesday comes, we get a chance to kind of fine-tune everything and go from there.
We don't have to ask you about a championship drought because there isn't one here anymore. But was that a real thing to the players? I know they were aware of it last year.
It was real. It was real. And to bring a championship to the city of Cleveland, to the state of Ohio, that's all we talked about. And the fans were very supportive. Our fans are great. The city's been supportive. So, I mean, it was funny. You're in LA, you're in Vegas, and you see all these people come up to you like, I live in LA, but I'm from Cleveland, or I'm from Columbus, and all kind of people you didn't even know and expect, living in LA and living in Vegas from Ohio. So we wanted to do it for the city of Cleveland, for the state of Ohio, and that's all we talked about. And this city deserved it, and we gave it to them.
It's almost like a burden has been lifted then in any ways?
I mean, I'm not from here, so, I can't say that, but I know they're very excited. I know that the city's very excited. It's a great buzz around now, and from what happened last year and last season. So, there's always been a great sports city, it's a great sports town. Even when LeBron left, they still came out and supported the team. So, we're just happy that we finally got it done. We accomplished that last year, but now we got to turn the page and get ready for this year.
How's it different now? It seems like fans now expect you guys to win again. Maybe they didn't have that. They had that hope, but not that expectation.
That's good. That's good. It's a good thing.
Was there a cool moment when somebody came up to you, like you were talking about, like some person cried?
A lot of cool moments. A lot of cool moments where older people that been around here for a long time have experienced the chance and opportunity to win a championship, and a couple people cried, a couple people were happy, kids and stuff like that. So it has been great. It's been great, and we just got to keep it rolling.
Was there some place unexpected you were, like Vegas or LA you might expect? Was there some little podunk place you were where you said?
No.
The 3-point shot's going to be important in this series. It's become a growing trend in the NBA, the perimeter shooting. Where do you think that blueprint really started? Where you look at LeBron, LeBron's teams, even in Miami, having those, the drive and kick, post up and kick, that type of thing. Where do you think that started from?
I think D'Antoni, going small, having a great ball handler in Steve Nash and spreading the floor, having a dynamic roller with, Amari Stoudemire, and then all the rest of the guys were shooters. So I think, he really put that into play of going small and being smaller and playing from there. So I would say D'Antoni.
Sometimes you'll see like a trick play in a big moment, or I think back to the Colts playing the Saints in the Super Bowl, start off second half with the onside kick. Do you have any packages like that in your coaching, whatever, that you purposely would only want to save for moments like
trickery,
or stuff that you would only bring out in the finals? You save it for this moment.
Just happy to be here.
Thanks, guys.